Exciting news from the world of sweet nostalgia and cinematic innovation. As of Monday, May 26th, 2025, something incredibly special is now in the works. A brand new AI-generated live-action adaptation of the Cookie Carnival. This visually stunning and emotionally rich reimagining takes inspiration from the classic 1935 Walt Disney Silly Symphony short, reintroducing its beloved characters, like the tender-hearted Miss Bonbon and the humble gingerbread man, into a dazzling, lifelike, and whimsically cinematic world using the latest breakthroughs in artificial intelligence and digital artistry. This isn't just a movie, it's a heartfelt celebration. As we arrive in the year 2025, we also reach a significant milestone, the 90th anniversary of the original Cookie Carnival, which first charmed audiences when it was released on May 25th, 1935. While it may have only run for about 8 minutes, the original short left a long-lasting impression. It offered a sweet and simple tale, one filled with charm, music, and imagination, that captured the joyful spirit of the early days of Disney animation. There's something timeless about the world it presented. A kingdom made entirely of desserts, where cookies, cakes, and candies came to life in a celebration of beauty, kindness, and fairy tale romance. For many, it became a hidden gem of animation history, remembered fondly for its colorful parades, its candy-crowned royalty, and the touching story of an unlikely heroine who finds confidence and love through kindness. That's why, in honor of this 90-year legacy, we're bringing the Cookie Carnival into a new era with a feature-length live-action remake powered entirely by AI. It's a project that honors the hand-drawn magic of the past while embracing the tools of the future. From Bonbon's now iconic frosting-styled hair to a fully realized cookie kingdom bursting with texture and flavor, every frame will be crafted with care, heart, and a pinch of modern-day magic. This new adaptation will not only expand on the original narrative, but breathe new life into its world through new characters, a villain arc, emotional backstories, and extended scenes that begin in a magical kitchen and culminate in a fairy tale wedding. The film will be about 1 hour in length, significantly longer than the 8-minute short, allowing for a richer exploration of the kingdom, the trials of love and identity, and the message that true royalty comes from within. This is more than a remake. It's a tribute to the spirit of creativity that Disney first sparked 90 years ago. Whether you're a lifelong fan of the original or someone discovering this sweet classic for the first time, this adaptation aims to bring the Cookie Carnival to life like never before. So get ready for behind-the-scenes peeks, visual teasers, and lots of candy-coated surprises as this magical new vision unfolds. Now, a bit about the original 1935 short. The Cookie Carnival was a delightful installment in the Silly Symphonies series, a collection of shorts produced by Walt Disney during the 1920s and 1930s that often focused on music, color, and experimentation. In the original short, a shy cookie girl is transformed into a stunning beauty queen thanks to the help of a kind-hearted hobo made of gingerbread. She is crowned the queen of the Cookie Carnival, and in a twist of fate, chooses the hobo as her king. It's a story filled with whimsy, innocence, and heart, simple in length, but rich in visual imagination and early animation charm. Now, 9 decades later, that same story is being reimagined with a full-length narrative, visual realism, and deeper storytelling, all made possible with the creativity of today's AI tools. Stay tuned for more. This Cookie Kingdom is just getting started. In celebration of the 90th anniversary of the original 1935 Disney Silly Symphony, The Cookie Carnival, a live-action, AI-generated feature-length adaptation is currently in development, transforming the beloved 8-minute animated short into a visually rich and emotionally expanded 1 hour film experience. The original short, made entirely by hand in the golden age of animation, has stood the test of time for its charm, whimsy, and sweetness. Now, in 2025, that magic is being reimagined with cutting-edge technology, turning sugar and frosting into something cinematic and deeply immersive. The new adaptation begins not in the candy-colored kingdom we remember, but in a human kitchen, a magical place where a child's innocent imagination gives birth to a world of sweets. From a scattered batch of baked goods and spilled ingredients, life begins to stir. Cookies blink, cakes wiggle, and an entire edible civilization is born. It is from this imaginative spark that the Cookie Kingdom emerges, a land built from gingerbread spires, peppermint lampposts, licorice roads, and marshmallow clouds. At the center of this world is Bonbon, a kind and modest cookie girl who sells cupcakes from a frosting cart on the fringes of the kingdom. Though sweet in spirit, she lives a life of quiet obscurity, longing for something greater. One day, during the Grand Cookie Carnival, where the kingdom chooses its new queen, she is overlooked by the judges. Broken-hearted but resilient, she crosses paths with Hobo Cookie, a ragged but warm-hearted gingerbread man with a flair for invention and kindness. He believes in her when no one else does. In a heartfelt sequence, he transforms Bonbon using scraps of frosting, ribbon candy, and sugar pearls into a radiant vision of sweetness fit for royalty. Unlike magic wands or spells, this makeover is crafted with care, creativity, and frosting, symbolizing the magic of belief and love. Bonbon, now regal in appearance but still humble at heart, returns to the parade where she is crowned queen. But this version doesn't end there. A larger, deeper story unfolds. With Bonbon crowned, the kingdom must choose a king, and the announcement draws a wide range of ambitious suitors from across the confectionery lands. Among them is a new villain, the sinister Devil Cake King, ruler of the dark confectionery realm of scorched sugar and bitter chocolate. He schemes to take the queen as his own, not for love, but for power. From the shadows of burnt caramel towers, he plots with his twin sons, the devil fruit cakes, to infiltrate the kingly contest and sabotage the other suitors. Meanwhile, Bonbon, disillusioned by the parade of arrogant princes, disguises herself as a cake vendor again to explore the kingdom in secret. Reunited with Hobo Cookie, who enters the contest himself, not for glory, but to stay close to her, the two grow even closer. Along the way, the story delves into Hugh Bonbon's backstory, exploring her creation in the forgotten corners of the kitchen, and her earliest dreams of being something more than a treat on a shelf. These emotional layers deepen the bond between her and Hobo Cookie, building toward a powerful climax. As the suitors compete in a candy-themed Olympics of skill, charm, and sugar-fueled spectacle, the Devil Cake King and his sons attempt to rig the competition. Hobo Cookie's sincerity, bravery, and humility ultimately win the hearts of both the crowd and Bonbon. When he refuses the throne to stay with the simple cake vendor, she reveals her true identity with joyful tears. I am the queen. The final act is a celebration not just of a royal wedding, but of love, honesty, and the sweetness of seeing others for who they truly are. The kingdom erupts in cheer, the villain melts away in disgrace, and Bonbon and Hobo Cookie are crowned side by side, not by decree, but by the will of the people. The film ends where it began, in the kitchen, as the child behind the imaginary world closes a recipe book and smiles, surrounded by half-eaten cookies and the warmth of imagination. This adaptation introduces new characters, expanded settings, a villain arc, a romantic journey, and even a backstory of origin, all wrapped within a confectionery fantasy reimagined in live action. With richly designed visuals, heartfelt performances, and AI-driven storytelling, the Cookie Carnival becomes more than a short. It becomes a full-feature fairy tale, honoring its origins while inviting a new generation into its delicious world. At this time, we don't yet know when the film might be released. That's largely due to backup feedback noting that the movie will feature fully AI-generated clips, which can take a significant amount of time to produce, especially since only a limited number can be generated at once. Each part of the film will be composed of clips up to 8 seconds long, all carefully stitched together to form the complete feature-length experience. Thank you all for tuning in and showing interest in this magical reimagining. Your support means everything as we bring this beloved classic into a bold new era. Stay sweet, stay inspired, and don't forget to subscribe for future updates as the Cookie Carnival continues to rise. Until next time, keep dreaming big. And remember, every great story starts with just a little sugar and imagination.